Wee!
Italian Spiderman. Pronto.
Italian Spiderman. Italian Spiderman. Italian Spiderman. Italian Spiderman.
Azione, velocità, terrore, suspenso. Spider, 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 spider. Spider, spider, spider.
Wow, what an intro. Hello YouTubers, this is the noobifier. Don't worry, at the end I'll post up the whole thing, but shit. Halloween, right? No count this year. Today, the 29th of October, there was an hour-long show, and it was hosted by Italian Spiderman, and it talked about some other good stuff. I'm confused, and you should also be, but it's really nice to see that Jared takes things pretty lightly. Here's what you need to know about the rest of the show. Outlaw Lifestyles was the topic with Josh, with more on the Outlaw space station which orbits the PYRO 6, known as Ruin Station. Italian Spiderman said that despite having prepared a huge segment that was discussed a little bit at CitizenCon, Josh's segment was cut way down, so they wanted to give him a full hour to discuss the art, design, creative solutions, and where everything fits together. Josh confirmed that what we were looking at was an old build of the current, and by starting with an older version of a station from Stanton, he got to work. He said that he wanted to use that base because it would be more realistic, as those other stations would be all built at the same time as when Ruin Station was built. Technically, they would all be new at the same time. He said that they would start by identifying things that would need to be changed to suit the lore and concept of this new space station. Busted lights, fire, fog, even rain inside instantly reset the feel to a hostile and dangerous station in disrepair. He added some more loose cables snaking throughout, keeping with that idea of quick repair to keep systems working. Rain does make sense, as condensation would collect in colder areas due to a poorly functioning life support. This further compounds the feeling that the player would get from cold and tension. Despite being lawless, that didn't mean that there would be no security checkpoints, so this was also added, but it needed to be quite different. Adding tarps, adding cover, canopies, and barricades helped to seal the effect. Portable heaters make sense because it's cold, and with them a red glow, which further helped the feel. Graffiti, wear, grime, busted half-open doors, chipped paint, rubbish, all of these were added. Josh mentioned that they're super economical when adding layers of these to ensure that the hardware load is balanced with the visual effect. Familiar locations such as Elroy's was actually a funny story. Josh said that they needed more space in a meeting, so they decided why not just drive a forklift through it, and that's exactly what they did digitally. Josh also casually mentioned that they consider how the new space would play out as a game map for dismounted gameplay. The market space is super cramped, but the metrics are preserved to ensure players can pass in opposite directions, and that the future of AI pathfinding would still work. Rain inside requires tarps to cover the shops, which meant that they needed to add rain buckets and custom animations for the water. As new items were needed, they were created from chairs, dumpsters, and other set dressings. The hour-long show was a nice update to what was seen before. I feel I've done it justice, but as always, if you're able to, please consider taking the hour to watch the real show. That's it. A great show with lots of information. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. Thank you, Italian Spiderman, I guess. If you enjoy these breakdowns, please consider subscribing so that I can help keep you up to date. Please consider sharing it with a friend or org mate, because that really helps a lot. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.